Hi friends, welcome to Shanti Manifestation Yoga. My name is Berlin. Today we will be flowing through a beginner's class. All levels are welcome though. It's a good way to heat up the body and focus on the breath. So without further ado, meet me in Sukhasana, cross-legged position, with your hands at heart center. I invite you to close off your eyes. Take a moment here to start connecting with your breath, connecting with your body. Taking deep breaths in and out through the nose. Our intention today throughout the class is to continue to focus on our breath as we move. Focusing on our breath to find ourselves in the present moment. On our mat today. We will open our class with an Om, the universal sound vibration. So to prepare, take an inhale and an exhale through the nose. Take another inhale for our Om. You can release your hands down to your lap. Maybe open up the eyes or keep them closed, up to you. Continuing with our breath, actually bring your hands to your belly. And as you inhale, as the lungs fill up with air, noticing your belly expanding. And as you exhale, the belly contracts. Continue doing this for 5 rounds, inhaling, expanding the belly, and exhaling, the belly contracts. Making your inhales and your exhales long. Filling up the deepest part of the lungs. Lowering the diaphragm as we inhale and lifting it up as we exhale. And on your next exhale, you can lower your hands, return back to your natural breathing. Inhale to prepare, and as you exhale, lower your chin to your chest. Inhale, roll your right ear to your right shoulder. Exhale, chin back to chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, back to center. Moving back and forth, inhaling up and exhaling down. Stretching out the sides of our neck. And after your next exhale, drawing the head back up to center. Begin to roll the shoulders up and back, opening up the shoulder joints. Feeling into our body, feeling any resistance or tension, and breathing into that. And reverse your shoulder rolls, so rolling them forward and down. Then come back to neutral. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. You can round through the spine here, letting gravity do the work. And just surrendering to the earth plane. And as your thoughts enter your brain, letting them pass by, and coming back to your breath. You're going to walk your hands back towards yourself, rolling up through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Roll your shoulders down your back, coming back to a straight spine. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, bend through the elbows, shine the chest forward. Cactus arms, opening up the heart center here. On your next inhale, reach your arms back up towards the sky. Exhale, begin to twist over to your right. Place your left hand on the outside of your right thigh, maybe gazing behind you. Inhale, reach your arms back up through center. And exhale, twist over to your left side, placing your right hand on the outside of your left thigh, using your left arm as a kickstand behind you, but placing most of the weight on your seat, on your sits bones. Inhale, reach your arms back up, and exhale, you will plant your hands in front of you. Roll forward into a tabletop position. So wrists are directly under your shoulders, knees are directly under your hips, and your spine is straight from your root to your crown of your head. Pressing all 10 fingers into the ground here, making sure all of your fingers are spread out wide. And once you've found that sweet spot, on your next inhale, lowering the belly and lifting up the tailbone, shining the chest forward for cow. And exhale, round through the spine, point the tailbone downwards, release through the head and neck for cat. Inhale, back to cow, lower the belly. Exhale, round through the spine, cat. One more round, inhale, lower the belly. And exhale, round through the spine for cat. Walk your knees back a little bit and lowering the body to the floor. Make sure your your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. And on your next inhale, lift up the chest with little to no weight in the hands. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. 3 more rounds. Inhale, lift up the chest, little to no weight in the hands. Exhale, lower down. 1 more round. Inhale, lift up the chest. Exhale, lower down. Come through your tabletop. Lower your hips towards your heels. Extend your arms out in front of you and lower your head to the mat for child's pose. Letting your body relax here. Coming back to focusing on your breath if you've lost it. As you will be able to tell as we move through the class, each movement, our breath moves us through space. As well as that, it keeps us focused and grounded. Shift forward back into your tabletop position. And now walk your hands one handprint forward to set up for your downward dog. Shift forward again so your shoulders are directly over your wrists, and tuck your toes and lift your hips for downward facing dog. Pressing through your hands and your feet here. You can have a bend in the knees. Lifting up through the tailbone and keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing into any tension. Adjusting your body if something's uncomfortable and not working for you. Always listening to your body when moving through yoga. You're going to walk your feet towards your hands, coming into a forward fold. You can keep a nice deep bend in the knees. Have your feet wider than hip width distance and really letting the torso rest on the thighs here and releasing through the head and neck. Three rounds of breath. Bend through the knees deeply and begin to roll up through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Roll the shoulders down the back, coming into our mountain pose. Feet are firmly rooted on the earth. Palms are facing forward. Core is slightly engaged and reaching through the crown of your head. Coming back to the breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. We'll move through some half sun salutations. When you're ready, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, scoop them down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to shins, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend through the knees, reach your arms out and up for reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Anjali Mudra. Again, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend through the knees, reverse swan dive, reach up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. We'll move through one more half sun salutation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Don't mind all the doggies around here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend through the knees, reverse swan dive, reach up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. We will continue our sun salutations doing full sun A's. And remembering to use your breaths with our movements. One movement to one breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back into a plank pose. So back is flat. Straight spine from your heels to the crown of your head. Inhale here. And exhale, lower your knees, untuck your toes, and bend through your elbows, lowering your body down to your mat. Inhale, baby cobra like we did earlier. Exhale, plant your hands. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees and look forward and walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend through the knees, reach up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Again, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands directly under your shoulders. Step back for plank pose. Inhale here. And exhale, lower your knees. Untuck your toes. Bend through the elbows, lowering the body to the floor. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift up the chest. Exhale, tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up your heels. Exhale, bend your knees and look forward, and you can either walk or take one step to the top of your mat into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands down to heart center. We'll move through one more sun salutation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your plank pose. You can either lower the knees here like we have been doing before, or staying up on your toes in your plank pose. Exhale, bend through the elbows, not lowering the body to the floor. Untuck your toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. All your weight is in the tops of your feet and your hands. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Either walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reach up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Take a moment here, close off the eyes, coming back to the breath, feeling your heart pumping, all the energy moving through your body. Open up the eyes, keeping your hands at heart center. Root through your left foot. We'll lift up the right foot and find a point in front of you that you can gaze at so that it's not moving. This is called a drishti point, a center of focus to keep us balanced. So we'll bend through the right knee, open it out to the side. You can place it on your ankle, on the inside of your calf, or our third option is to draw it up to the inside of our thigh, but fully avoiding the knee space here. So either ankle, calf, or thigh. Hugging in the core here, helping you balance, finding that drishti point. And now just focusing on your breath. Pressing your foot into your thigh as you press your thigh into your foot. Or maybe your calf or ankle. One more round of breath. And slowly release your leg back down to your mat. We'll move to the other side, so rooting firmly through your right foot, finding that drishti point again. Bend through the left knee, open it out to the side. You can bring it to the ankle, the inside of the calf, or the inside of the thigh. You will probably have to draw it up there if you do so. Hands are at heart center, core is engaged, and hips are square. Trusting yourself, trusting that you can keep yourself balanced because you have the capability. And it's totally okay if you fall. Can't accomplish anything without a few tries, you know? One more round of breath here. And lower that leg down gently to the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to shins, your back is flat as if you could place a cup on it. Exhale, plant your hands and step back into your downward dog so your hips are lifted, pressing through the hands and feet here. Drawing the heels towards the ground. And feel free to have a bend in the knees. Now we'll lower our knees down, untuck our toes, draw our hips towards our heels, extend the arms forward, let the forehead rest on the mat for child's pose. Feeling love and appreciation for all that your body can do for you. You are so capable of more than you could ever imagine. Begin to walk your hands back towards your knees, rolling up through the spine. Inhale, roll the shoulders down the back, lift up the head and neck, and exhale here. Such a beautiful sunset out here tonight. Now extend your legs out in front of you. Flex through your feet so your toes are pointing up towards the sky. You can have a bend in the knees here, or you can have your legs straight. Spine is straight from root to crown. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, so keeping the back flat until you no longer can, and then rounding through the spine. Letting gravity do the work here. Let your arms melt by your sides. And resting into this fold. Breathing into the stretch. And roll up through the spine. Coming back to a straight spine. Shift your hips forward. Plant your feet. Extend your arms out. And we'll begin to lower down using our core here. So not just flopping down onto your mat, but slowly lowering down one vertebra at a time. And when you reach the mat, exhaling out the mouth. Place your hands by your sides, palms facing down. Extend your legs up towards the sky. Flex through your feet. Getting sand all in my eyes. Yeah, flex through your feet so your toes are somewhat pointing down towards your face. Waterfall pose. So this is an inversion, and this allows our blood flow to reverse, giving our heart a break. Very good for the body. One more round of breath here. Bend through the knees. Oliver. And draw them towards your chest. Clasp your hands around your shins or maybe the insides of your thighs. Hi, Moonshine. Hi, baby. Coming into wind relief pose. Hugging the body in here. Giving ourselves some love. Moonshine obviously wants some love right now, too. Jen, can you come over here? Lay down. Now extend your arms out to the sides. So you're making a T with your body, basically. And let your hips fall over to your left side. Excuse me, your knees fall over to your left side. And gaze at your right fingertips for supine twist. Maybe closing off the eyes here. We're winding down the body, coming into our relaxation. Now keeping your knees bent, draw them back to center, back into your wind relief pose. And gently let them fall over to your right side, gazing at your left fingertips, twisting out the left side body. Inhaling and exhaling. Observing your thoughts as they arise without any judgment, and letting them pass by and coming back to your breath. Gently draw your knees back to center, to wind relieving pose. Clasp your hands once again around the fronts of your shins. And lifting up the head, hugging everything in, showing compassion and love for yourself here. Inhale here. And as you exhale, extending everything out, coming into Shavasana, corpse pose, the posture of rest, relaxation, and letting go. So closing off the eyes, palms are facing up. Turning to your natural breath and just letting yourself be in this moment with nothing to do, nowhere to go, but here, just existing. Gently beginning to wake up the body here, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Being very gentle and slow with your movements. Maybe making circles with your wrists and your ankles. Extend your arms over your head, giving yourself a nice long stretch. Now hug your knees in toward yourself. Roll over to one side. Using your bottom arm as a pillow. Fetal pose. The posture of rebirth and new beginnings. Now using your hands, slowly pressing yourself up back into Sukhasana, cross-legged position, seated on your mat, keeping your eyes closed. Draw your hands back to heart center. We will close the class with an Om, a universal vibration. Inhale and exhale here. And now take an inhale for Om. The light in me sees, honors, and respects the light within each and every one of you. Namaste, my friends. Thank you guys so much for joining me today on the mat. If this was your first class, I am so happy to have you here, and I hope you learned a few things about yoga today and that you're excited for this new yoga journey. I will be posting one class every week. So if you'd like to join me every week, feel free to hit the subscribe button to get my videos. And if you enjoyed this class, I would really appreciate if you gave it a like. But other than that, thank you so much for joining, and I will see you guys next time. Namaste.